Picture this. August 27th, 1965, a groovy night in Beverly Hills. We're tuned into the past, folks, like it's a rerun on a vintage TV set. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll himself, is chilling in his swanky pad. He's got his guitar, a pompadour that could rival a skyscraper, and enough charisma to power a small city. The air crackles with anticipation. Little does Elvis know, he's about to have some unexpected guests. 4 lads from Liverpool who are causing quite a stir across the pond. The doorbell rings, echoing through the quiet house. Elvis, used to screaming fans and adoring crowds, probably expects a gaggle of girls ready to faint at his feet, as usual. But no, it's something even more surreal and unexpected. In walk John, Paul, George, and Ringo. The Beatles, the Fab Four themselves, in the flesh. You know, the mop-topped quartet who are giving Elvis a serious run for his money in the charts. Their songs are topping the charts and winning hearts worldwide. The air hangs heavy with awkward silence, a tension you could cut with a knife. Imagine a room full of tumbleweeds rolling by, and you're getting close to the atmosphere. Elvis, the king, is unsure how to act, caught off guard by this unexpected encounter. The Beatles, starstruck lads that they are, just stare at their shoes, shuffling awkwardly, unsure of what to say or do in the presence of the king of rock and roll. Someone must break the ice. Maybe Elvis will offer them a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Maybe the Beatles will burst into an impromptu Love Me Tender barbershop quartet rendition. Instead, they stumble through small talk. Weather? Check. Traffic? Check. The price of jelly beans in supermarkets? Probably. Elvis, ever the charmer, eventually breaks out his guitar. He strums a few chords of blue suede shoes, just to remind everyone who's the king around here. Imagine the energy, the talent, and the sheer star power in one room.
A musical summit for the ages, right? The kind of event that would go down in history as a legendary collaboration.
Well, not exactly. More like a jam session that's slightly out of tune. The reality was a bit different from the fantasy.
We tried to find common musical ground. It was a challenge to blend our distinct styles and sounds.
Elvis tries to get down with I Want to Hold Your Hand, but it's more of a slow, bluesy drawl than a catchy pop tune. The tempo and feel just didn't match.
And we tried our hand at Hound Dog, but, well, it lacked that raw, youthful energy. It was like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole.
The music clashes like polka dots and stripes. Each artist brought their own unique flair, but it didn't always mesh well. It's a cultural collision of epic proportions. 2 worlds colliding, each with its own set of rules and rhythms.
A bit awkward, definitely. The chemistry wasn't quite there, and it showed.
Absolutely. But that's what made it so fascinating. The imperfections, the struggles, they were all part of the story.
Entertaining, without a doubt. It was a spectacle that no one could forget.
Oh, you better believe it. The meeting may not have been perfect, but it was unforgettable. So, did the King and the Fab Four become best mates, sharing hair gel tips and songwriting secrets? Did they bond over their mutual love for music and fame? Or did they just have a few awkward encounters and move on with their lives?
Not quite. Their meeting was more of a polite exchange rather than a blossoming friendship.
The generational gap was wider than a Cadillac back then. Elvis was already an established star, while the Beatles were the new kids on the block, bringing a fresh wave of British rock to the American shores. But hey, maybe in the digital age, things would be different. Imagine if they had social media to bridge that gap.
Picture this. Elvis and the Beatles, reunited in the afterlife, are now social media stars. They'd be sharing stories, collaborating on virtual concerts, and maybe even doing TikTok challenges together.
Elvis, at the King, posts a throwback pic with the caption, "Just hanging with my mates at the Beatles, #rock and roll legends." The post goes viral, garnering millions of likes and comments.
And John at Lennon Cool comments, "You guys, Elvis made us wear blue suede shoes for this photo shoot." The comment section explodes with laughter and nostalgia.
It's a hilarious what-if scenario, a reminder that even icons are just people, navigating fame, music, and the occasional awkward encounter. They might have had their differences, but their shared love for music would have brought them together in unexpected ways.
And sometimes the most unexpected meetings can be the most entertaining. Who knows, maybe in another universe, Elvis and the Beatles are the best of friends, sharing laughs and making music history together.